Hey guys, welcome to the top 4 times that DC characters dissed other people in their universe. Or things that they were kind of being huge jerks about. So we're going to start off at number 4 with this list, which is when Damian Wayne, aka Bruce's biological son, thanks to Talia al Ghul, aka Robin, dissed Batman and the ability to, basically choose a good female acquaintance to actually have a long time relationship with. When you actually watch the movie Batman Hush, which this diss is in, and view the context of how it's said and see why it's said, it's actually a pretty epic diss. So, Bruce, aka Batman, is falling in love with Catwoman in the midst of this big chase with a villain named Hush, which the story of the film is kind of about. Oh, also spoiler warning for some people. If you don't want to get film spoiled for you, you should click off now just in case. But I'll try to be really, really gentle with spoilers and not give them out at all. So, Bruce hasn't built up the courage to tell Selina that he's Batman yet, but he wants to go on a date with her. So he gets ready and gets in a car, and we see him driving in a scene, and then in that specific scene, all of a sudden Damian calls, asking him about why he's trusting Catwoman, and why he's even doing this, because it's Damian basically just doesn't trust Catwoman because he thinks she's still evil and bound to bounce back into her old villainous ways. So, because if you didn't know, this takes place in this Batman Hush film takes place in the part of the DC universe, of films where it mostly revolves around the New 52 content. And with some extra stuff thrown in there. So films like Justice League War, Justice League Throne of Atlantis, and Justice League and Batman Hush, and Batman Son of Batman, and Son of Batman, and Batman vs. Robin, yeah. And maybe Batman vs. Red Hood, if I can find out how that fits in there. I mean, the costumes are similar, but yeah, the costumes are similar, so maybe it is. Yeah, I think Batman vs. Red Hood is in there. It just probably hasn't been confirmed by officials yet, so maybe just go watch Batman Red Hood and compare it to any other solo Batman films that are in that universe with the New 52 costumes. Oh, and by the way, the New 52 costumes don't look exactly the same. There's no gold ring around Batman's, like, little symbol, and his suit isn't gray. I mean, for the rest of the movie, Batman's just wearing, like, his long Halloween costume, only it's, like, not the same one. It's, like, a brand new model. So, yeah. So, anyway, Damian calls Batman while he's driving to his date, and he's wanting to know why he's trusting Catwoman, because, Damian thinks that Catwoman could revert to her old ways at any second, and possibly kill Bruce, which is unlikely, but, you know, Damian is Damian, and he doesn't trust villains for... Anyway, Damian then disses Batman in the cruelest way possible by reminding him of how he has not chosen very heavenly when it comes to finding a female mate in the past. He then goes on to list his mother and a couple, his mother, Talia al Ghul, and a couple of other ones that I can't remember. And when you look at the context in the film, you'll find it really funny. Anyways, on to number 3, which is, when Dick Grayson disses Batman for, hating on Dick for, or making out with the supervillain Harley Quinn in bed, even though Batman has made out with villains multiple times before this movie even came out, or happened in the DC universe timeline of, like, you know, the film series, the, like, TV series Batman the Animated Series, the TV series Batman Beyond, the film which was based on that TV series, Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. It's in that timeline. If you look on YouTube, there's a video explaining how it fits into that timeline. I can't direct you to it because I'm bad with names, but yeah. And I cannot make a link in the description because I do not know how to do that, but you'll find it. I bet you guys are pretty resourceful. So, anyway, when Dick Grayson, aka Nightwing, goes to confront Harley Quinn about helping him and Batman on their case to, you know, arrest Poison Ivy and Floronic Man, a spoiler warning right here, by the way, because I'm about to, like, spoil the movie a lot. So click off now if you don't want to hear this. Floronic Man is basically a descendant of Swamp Thing that's even stronger and more planty, anti-swampy thingy than, and, like, Swamp Thing, like, yeah, Floronic Man is basically a descendant of Swamp Thing from the future. Yeah. So, when Dick Grayson, aka Nightwing, goes to confront Harley Quinn about Batman and Dick Grayson's quest to stop Ivy and Floronic Man, and's plan to turn everyone in Gotham City into plant monsters. Harley beats Dick Grayson up. Well, she kind of Dick Grayson starts the fight, or it's kind of like really questionable about who started the fight, because on one hand Dick Grayson started the fight, but then on the other hand Harley started the fight also. So, like, I guess it was a tie for first place at who started the fight, but yeah, let's not get into that. Just go watch the movie. Leave a comment in the comment section to tell me who actually started the fight. But Harley just got tired of fighting, and the thing that she did after that is actually coming in the second disc. So no, we're just gonna skip on ahead to like after she did that, and when Dick Grayson wakes up after that point, he's in a bed tied down with tape, and Harley is complaining to her, I guess, imprisoned, mental, he wakes up tied to a bed in a condemned apartment where Harley Quinn is living, with tape, with Harley Quinn talking to herself, which I think is like Harley Quinn talking to like basically her mind, which if you don't know, just go get the Harley Quinn DLC for Batman Arkham Knight, and if you don't have Batman Arkham Knight, what are you doing? Buy it, or buy it from a GameStop, or buy it from the PlayStation Store. And if you don't have a PlayStation, what? Just what? Are you Patrick? Because what? Anyway, now with that out of the way, I'm so sorry, and yeah, so in that DLC for Arkham Knight, Harley Quinn is talking to basically the only little sliver ever of her mind that still has Harleen Quinzel in it. So, basically, in that scene, Harley Quinn may be talking to her, or like, imprisoned fragment of her brain, which holds the only part that's left of the old Harleen Quinzel. Yeah. So anyway, Dick and Harley start to get into each other in the bed, and then Batman walks in on them at the worst time, and Dick Grayson is out of the tape, and Harley Quinn just jumps up and says, "Harley Quinn reporting for duty," and she leaves the two to slowly look at each other in disappointment and bicker. And the only thing Batman does in response to the apparent errant show that Harley and Dick were just putting on in front of him when he walked in is, like, his look is actually more serious, because I cannot mimic Batman's face if I tried. He just like looks disappointed in a serious face, So he just gives a serious face and of disappointment, straight straight at Dick Grayson. So he just gives a look of serious disappointment, straight at Dick Grayson, and the only comment that Dick has as back to, and the only comment that Dick has to like come back at this is like, you've never made out with a supervillain. And Dick isn't wrong there, because he actually has millions of times before, or that movie actually happened in the timeline, and came out in real time. Seriously, just look at Batman the Animated Series and some other examples that I can't remember. And Batman and The New Adventures of Batman and Robin, I think it was called. Tell me if I'm right about that in the comments section, please. Because I think I got it, and excuse me, I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah. Just hearing that comment out loud in your mind from Dick Grayson really shows that Batman is a hero, but he can really just be a jerk about things that he's done millions of times. Let me rephrase that. Just hearing that comment in your head from Dick Grayson tells a lot about Batman and loyalty to the side of good. I messed it up again. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Just hearing that comment out loud in your mind from Dick Grayson is just really funny, and it tells a lot about Batman just loving them bad girls. Literally. Just watch the film and I guarantee you will get a laugh out of that comment from Dick Grayson. Anyway, on to number 2, which is when Harley Quinn disses the Joker's quality as like a good husband or whatever he actually was at the point of Harley Quinn not being with him anymore in this movie. Yeah. So Harley Quinn basically dissed the Joker's quality as a good person, which he's not. He's an insane psychopath. And it was really cool to hear Harley Quinn just totally diss the Joker. And see that she even got one of his weapons before she scampered off on her own. If only for a short amount of time before, or like Batman Beyond and all of that, other stuff happened. Batman Beyond Return of the Joker's flashback scene, mind you. The scene where he turns Tim Drake into... Yeah, just spoiler warning and go watch that. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah. Anyway. During the fight with Dick Grayson, Harley Quinn throws Dick Grayson into trash cans, and he starts laughing uncontrollably. Harley Quinn's response is, "What's so funny, Chuckles?" Then she basically Dick just continues laughing, and Harley like goes into this monologue about how if people were under attack by random thugs in the street, they'd usually use pepper spray. But she prefers to use a little grade A Joker venom, and then she shows her palm to the audience. And then he makes the most awesome remark in the whole movie. I think it was best thing I ever got from that jackass. Anyway, so that would have been my number one, if not for this awesome new one that I just came across also today. On to number one, Miss Martian dissing Batman and or saying that he doesn't work with teens. I know, right? Anyway, this is during the Batman animated DC. Anyway, this is also during the Batman DCAU timeline with Batman the Animated Series, Batman and Harley Quinn, in the New Adventures of Batman and Robin, and all that good stuff. The Justice League stuff that takes place in that. Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, yeah. Anyway, also, never mind. Okay, so this disc comes, at a very early point in the movie, like after Batman catches our boy, who's a hero from the future in the film. It's basically he's like a big revealer of the plot, so I'm not gonna go too into what he was doing, running around for Batman to catch him. Anyway, a little while after we see that scene, we go to Batman. We go to this new villain that I had never seen before, or I watched that movie. Which was an unnamed villain, I guess, who believed that at John F. Kennedy's death was orchestrated by the government. Oh my God. Oh my God. Seriously, that guy believed that John F. Kennedy's death was orchestrated as a means of like escaping the public eye, so he didn't have to deal with anybody's random stupid demands. I'm sorry, it's just such a stupid villain conception idea. god. Oh my god. I mean, who would actually believe that John F. Kennedy orchestrated his own death? What? Oh, Sophie. Anyway, back to the diss. So we find out that Batman's teammate to detain this interesting villain is Miss Martian. She messes up just a little bit. Her mess up is actually barely noticeable to any of us. Until Batman's and berates her for giving away her position, or her and his position. Almost putting the hostages in danger. A lot of stuff. And then he says the most snarkiest comment ever, after saying that if she keeps that kind of behavior up, she'll never be on the Justice League. He says that I don't really work with teens. So you're gonna have, he says that her Uncle John isn't here. No, wait. He says that unfortunately, since your Uncle John isn't here, I had to look after you. And I don't like working with teens. and Miss Martian's response to that is just to transform him into the Tim Drake version of Robin that appeared throughout the new Batman adventures. Then Batman just said as to her, good point. I mean, that was just such an epic moment to me. I just loved that diss. That was so good. I mean, Batman's like, I don't work with teens. And then Miss Martian's like, yeah, you do. Here, let me transform into her latest Robin. And then he's like, oh, shit, you're right. Why do you have to be so good at shape-shifting? Anyway, comment down below if you think I got this list right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that little bell to get notifications of when I post new videos. Which will be rare since I am still in high school as a sophomore, but I'm finding ways. It is the weekend now, so yeah. Here's my 11 in Blue Devil shirt. I've got pride for you, LHS. Sorry about that. Anyway, so comment down below if you think I should mention any more disses, because these were the only ones that I managed to remember. I think it's because I had close connections with each and every one of them. I really think I did good on this, but if you have anything to say about it, just please don't be critical. You know how I feel about critics, people. Just comment down. Anyway, bye. Love you guys.